it is difficult to estimate the misery inflicted upon thousands of persons, and the absolute pecuniary penalty imposed upon multitudes of intellectual workers by the loss of their time, destroyed by organ grinders and other similar nuisances. As soon as an analytical engine exists, it will necessarily guide the future course of the science. Whenever any result is sought by its aid, the question will then arise, by what course of calculation can these results be arrived at by the machine in the shortest time? Forging differs from hoaxing, inasmuch as in the later the deceit is intended to last for a time, and then be discovered, to the ridicule of those who have credited it, whereas the forger is one who, wishing to acquire a reputation for science, records observations which he has never made. Long intervals frequently elapse between the discovery of new principles in science and their practical application. Those intellectual qualifications, which give birth to new principles or to new methods, are of quite a different order from those which are necessary for their practical application. The quantity of meaning compressed into small space by algebraic signs, is another circumstance that facilitates the reasonings we are accustomed to carry on by their aid. Whenever the work is itself light, it becomes necessary, in order to economize time, to increase the velocity. Scientific knowledge scarcely exists amongst the higher classes of society. The discussion in the Houses of Lords or of Commons, which arise on the occurrence of any subjects connected with science, sufficiently prove this fact. The accumulation of skill and science which has been directed to diminish the difficulty of producing manufactured goods, has not been beneficial to that country alone in which it is concentrated. Distant kingdoms have participated in its advantages. Trimming consists of clipping off little bits here and there from those observations which differ most in excess from the mean, and in sticking them on to those which are too small, a species of equitable adjustment, as a radical would term it, wake. The tastes and pursuits of manhood will bear on them the traces of the earlier impressions of our education. It is therefore not unreasonable to suppose that some portion of the neglect of science in England may be attributed to the system of education we pursue. No person will deny that the highest degree of attainable accuracy is an object to be desired, and it is generally found that the last advances towards precision require a greater devotion of time, labor, and expense, than those which precede them. Thank you for attention. See you for the next video.